MovieWeb.com.
It is the concert event rock and roll fans have dreamed of their entire lives.
Ow! Darling, you've got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go?
I'm hoping you can ask me something new.
Jeez.
Don't ask me about how I started.
I wasn't going to ask you that.
Great.
We're going. Well, my first question was, is it hard to get emotionally involved in these people's lives when you're with them so much, making this documentary?
It was very, I got very emotionally involved, actually. The film is an authored film. It's very much kind of my journey with them. I'm kind of quite present in it. Not visually present, but my voice is very present in the film. And I made that decision to do that very early on because it was obvious that we were traveling this kind of journey together. I love these people. You can't not. They're amazing people. So I got very emotionally involved in the story, yeah.
Well, did you ever notice any rivalries between the group members that kind of isn't explored on screen?
We looked at that. We were really looking for it because we thought, that's got to be an aspect. There've got to be little petty jealousies, and we also look for relationships.
I was going to ask you that too.
No relationships. It's curious. There is a bunch of great friends who come together, and the petty jealousies, little tiny bits, but nothing that was interesting, nothing that was really explosive. So we kind of left that alone. Not because we're trying to cut it out and make it all seem nice and lovely. I make a film where people die. Well, I wasn't interested in being all kind of propagandistic about these people. But I felt the petty, they weren't big. It wasn't a big deal in the story, not for these guys.
Well, that's an interesting point you bring about the people dying. Is why did you decide to have the audio on the bus but not show the cameras on the bus?
I thought to put the cameras on the bus is crossing a line, and it's invasive. It's a very, very difficult choice, and it's a very subjective choice that you make. But when you hear that somebody has died, and that people are going to get that news for the very first time, to be on their faces when they respond to the news that that person they've known very well has died felt invasive. It felt that that was their moment of privacy. They shouldn't be seen in that moment. To hear it is okay. To keep a respectful distance, to have that moment, and to hear it, I felt was okay. To be right in their faces when that happens is wrong. That's just my opinion. There are people who wouldn't think twice about it, and they go right in there with the camera. That's not how I operate. It was really important to me to respect that moment of grief.
Well, I also wanted to ask you about Bob. The choir members kind of make him out as a taskmaster, yet I kind of thought he was pretty patient on film. I'm wondering, do you think he was more reserved when he was being filmed?
Well, he is pretty tough on the film. He's tough on Stan. At one point, he kind of kicks him over on I Feel Good. In fact, several times he does. He gets really fed up with him. He can be pretty tough, but on the other hand, he's also a great guy. He is both, and so he's somebody who can be, he knows that they have to make great music. These guys travel to Europe, they perform in front of thousands of people. Probably after this movie comes out, they'll be performing all over America as well. They're not some kind of hick, they're really good at what they do. He's got to be tough. He's not a social worker. He's an artist. He's got to be tough, and I respect that. I don't think he was hiding anything at all. I think that's what he was. What we saw was what he was. Maybe they just think he is. What he doesn't do is patronize them.
Why, they were going on about him like he was like a Nazi ringmaster or something. I was like, wow, I didn't get that at all.
No, he's not a Nazi ringmaster.
So, do you have plans to continue something on with these guys? Are you going to make a follow-up, or is this over?
No, I don't think you could ever make a follow-up on something like this. And to follow these guys on afterwards, I think would be kind of crazy, really. That's their story, and it's a wonderful story. I'm not thinking like that at all. I just hope the movie goes out there and people love it. So far, the reactions we've been getting from audiences, watching people 93 singing The Clash and, the Ramones and God knows what. They're going to be performing, their live shows are great. Hearing them perform Hey Ya, the Outcast song, is just something else. I just think it's great that they're out there, and it's wonderful. It's obviously wonderful for me. I'm not going to lie about that, but it's really amazing for them. My God, they're in their 80s and they've got a movie.
Young at heart.
I think I can, I think I can. If I want, I can, think I can, yes I can, I know darn well I can, yes I can.